NBA has actually demoted Ben Taylor in his assignments. So in the last 5 games, Taylor has only been the crew chief once. He's been the referee 2, which is, second in command, basically, 4 times since that rant, which is a real abnormality with Ben Taylor. If you look at his previous 52 games this season, he was the crew chief in 41 of those games. So basically 4 out of every 5 games, he was the crew chief. But in the last 5 games, since Fred VanVleet did that rant, the NBA said, you know what? You're not going to be the referee, or you're going to be the referee 2 in this one. You're not going to be the crew chief. And to put that in perspective, Ben Taylor hadn't been a referee 2, in other words, second in command, in back-to-back games all year. After that rant, it's already happened twice. Now, and he went on to say, I don't know if that's intentional or whether that's just luck of the draw, but certainly the NBA has taken a different tact when it comes to Ben Taylor's assignments, whether that's punishment or that's just, hey, you need to chill out a little bit. Look, it could be a conspiracy theory thing, could be where there's smoke, there's fire, but if that's what's happened, at least Adam Silver had some spine. If that's what's happened, believe me, I'm not the first person to be like, oh yeah, Adam Silver, great commissioner. But this is the kind of stuff that at least if you see this happen, NBA fans aren't like, well, they have, they're immune. They have immunity. They have no recourse. Nothing ever really happens. I'm telling you right now, if anything that Tim Donaghy had to say is true, I have no idea how Scott Foster's still an NBA official. None. If you watch that documentary, and I get it, you're having to take a liar's word for it because he's a cheat. But look at the text message exchanges and the phone calls between Tim Donaghy and Scott Foster after one of the most egregiously poorly officiated games in NBA history, and tell me there's not more there. One guy was getting Tim Donaghy is the Houston Astros of a probably a little bit wider, likely NBA officiating problem back then. So I just think that's interesting that Scott Foster not only is still an official, but is like the crew chief on a lot of these games, including Game 7 of the 2018 Western Conference Finals, which we all know the Rockets would have won if even one of those 4-point plays out of 2 that should have been called would have been called. All right, I'm taking my tinfoil hat off for the day, but I'm not done. I will have the network coverage of Rockets Grizzlies coming up. We'll get you ready for that with the local network coverage coming up right away here on the other side. But thanks to everybody who was a part of the show today. Thanks to Chandler Rome for stopping by. Thanks to Trey for producing. In a pinch for Noah Fouts. Hope he feels better. And for Wex, I'm AC. It is the A-Team here on Sports Talk at 790. Rockets coverage coming up next. We will be with you tomorrow at 3 o'clock here on your home for Astros baseball and Rockets basketball, Sports Talk 790.
From the Top Tax Defenders Weather Center.
The News Radio 740 forecast. Tonight, partly to mostly cloudy and warm, low 70. Tomorrow, morning clouds, afternoon sun, a high of 84.
This report is sponsored by West Point GMC Buick.
We're stacking them deep and selling them cheap at West Point GMC Buick. Today, get new 2022 GMC Sierra 2500s for $6,000 off. What about a new 2023 Buick Enclave for 4.15% for 60 months? West Point GMC Buick on the Katy Freeway. WestPointGMCBuick.com.
McDonald's All-American Games, where today's best high school hoopers turn into legends, is coming to Houston on March 28th. McDonald's has a long history of picking tomorrow's biggest ballers. Check out History in the Making at the Toyota Center. Tickets on sale now at toyotacenter.com. Can't catch it live? Tune in March 28th on ESPN and ESPN2 at 5:30 p.m. Central for the girls' game on ESPN2 and 9 p.m. Central for the boys' game on ESPN. To watch it live, get your tickets at toyotacenter.com. Get updates by following Mick DAAG on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter.
This Saturday and Sunday, March 25th and 26th, it's the Skyview Ranch Spring Break Land Sale, held over for one final weekend. Get 10 to 40 big, bold acres, convenient to Garner State Park in the Frio River, and save tens of thousands of dollars during the sale. Escape the noise and bright lights of the big city, and relax under the towering oak trees at Skyview Ranch. It's quiet, peaceful country living at its best, with great community amenities like high-speed fiber optic internet, a gated entrance, paved roads, electric, and more. with a prime location close to shopping, medical facilities, and under an hour to San Antonio. Skyview Ranch is also convenient to endless outdoor recreation at Garner State Park, the Frio River, and Lost Maples State Natural Area. Get 10 to 40 acres in a private gated community and save tens of thousands during the holdover of the spring break land sale. For details, call 877-888-9917, 877-888-9917, or visit SkyviewRanchTX.com.
When I can't sleep, my mind just races. I think about work, the kids, but I don't think about taking melatonin because I'm afraid I'll feel groggy in the morning.
ZzzQuil Pure Z's Gummies has an optimal dose of melatonin for no next day grogginess, so you can fall asleep naturally and wake up feeling refreshed. ZzzQuil Pure Z's Gummies for better sleep like never before. And try Pure Z Sleep plus Next Day Energy with melatonin plus extended release B vitamins.
Hey, it's Matt Thomas here to tell you about Woodhouse Day Spas, the place to go to get rejuvenated, to get refreshed, and to feel alive with 70 different spa services in 3 Houston area locations. Go to woodhousespas.com to find the location nearest you. Over 70 different spa services like manicures, pedicures, deep tissue massages, and sleep treatments. For the gift of relaxation that works 365, it's woodhousespas.com. That's woodhousespas.com. Hey, it's Matt Thomas. Thinking about replacement windows or hardy plank siding for your home? Remember this number, 713 Windows. I want to welcome a brand new advertiser to Sports Talk 790. It's Allied Siding and Windows. I met with the owner, David Tinkle, and he shared with me Allied's core principle, making sure every customer has a stress-free, hassle-free experience. That means no high-pressure sales tactics, always returning calls, and always showing up for appointments on time. And above all, world-class insulation. Now, it sounds simple, but if you've dealt with other home improvement companies, you probably know it's not a given. Allied has a 35-year track record with over 50,000 very satisfying customers backing up their stellar reputation. And right now, save up to $2,000 on a whole home of windows or siding. To set up your free at-home consultation, call 713-WINDOWS or visit AlliedSidingAndWindows.com.
Allied Siding and Windows, call 713-WINDOWS.
C&D Scrap Metal is Houston's premier metal recycling center. Did you know that recycled products are reused and transformed into new products? Bring your old appliances, copper, brass, iron, stainless, to C&D Scrap Metal on Bingle Road near 290. They'll pay you in $2 bills.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
KBNE Houston, an iHeart radio station. This is Sports Talk 790, your home for Houston Rockets basketball.
Get ready for launch.
Oh my! 4, 3, 2, Rockets! Hey, this is Coach Silas. Hey, it's Jabbar Smith. Eric Gordon here. This is Jay Sean Tate.
Hi, Alvin Schengen. This is Kevin Porter Jr.
Hey, it's Jalen Green. Rockets launch pad
starts now on Sports Talk 790.
Taking off like a rocket, and can't nobody stop it.
This is the Sports Talk 790 Rockets Launchpad, presented by Kelsey Siebold, changing the way health cares. Also by Fred Haas Toyota World. Rockets! Now get ready for liftoff on your exclusive home of Houston Rockets basketball.
Sports Talk 790, we are go. Light the fuse, light it up, light it up.
Taking off like a rocket.
Light it up, light it up, light it up, light the fuse.
Hello and welcome into the Rockets Launchpad here on Sports Talk 790. I am your host, Ross Villarreal, with you for the next 30 minutes as we get you prepared for your 18-54 Houston Rockets taking on the 44-27 Memphis Grizzlies, live from the FedEx Forum with tip-off scheduled for 7 p.m. A couple of new news items on this game before we really roll up our sleeves and get into it. The Houston Rockets announcing the signing of veteran point guard DJ Augustine for the remainder of the season. The former Longhorn legend Augustine is the quintessential NBA journeyman at this point. Now in his 15th NBA season, he's played for 11 different NBA teams, one stint everywhere except now in Houston, where he is for his second stint as a Houston Rocket. Other big news item out of this one is the return of dynamic point guard Ja Morant, who was suspended without pay for 8 games by the NBA following his nightclub incident in Denver, and also after he left the Memphis Grizzlies briefly to attend some counseling in Florida. Well, he is back. He was on the bench for the Grizzlies in their last game, maybe coming off the bench in this one, maybe in the starting lineup. We'll see. We're hearing conflicting reports on that. We'll give you some more information as we can do it. Unfortunately, right at 6:30 is when the starting lineups are announced, so I will be done. So make sure you stay tuned to Rockets Radio Network to make for sure, if Ja Morant is starting tonight's game against the Grizz. As far as the Rockets on the court, the team is on a 2-game losing streak following one of their best stretches of the season that saw them win 5 of 8 games, including the season's best winning streak. A 3-gamer, but still the season's best winning streak. And it was some nice wins over the Celtics, Lakers, even though they didn't have LeBron and Anthony Davis. Rockets were still dogs in that one, were able to come out with the win, and also a nice win over the Pelicans in the first of their 2 matchups. The squad lost the second matchup against the Pelicans and then lost to the Warriors on Monday night. And for more on that game, let's get you a game rewind here on the launch pad. Rockets facing the Warriors for the 4th and final time on Monday night, and yet again the squad was fully healthy and hungry for a win. Early on, the game was close as the Warriors were getting contributions from all over the place, and the Rockets were anchored by Jabari Smith Jr.
Here with the right elbow to his left. Here goes Green down the lane with the left hand and comes up short. Offensive rebound to Jabari, and he jams it down with the right hand. Nicely done for Jabari, who has 5 of the Rockets' 8 points.
Jabari had 7 for the Rockets in the first, but the Warriors closed the period on a 15-7 run and headed to the second with a 5-point lead. The second quarter started much like the first quarter, with the Rockets and Warriors trading blows, but the Warriors getting the best of them. Steph Curry was heating up as he had 15 in the second, but Jalen Green was also playing well.
Lamb up fakes a 3. Gets stripped by Green. Out in front. Jalen gonna send it down with the right hand. Timeout. Steve Kerr. Turnovers and steals and easy baskets for the Rockets. Green straight away for a 3-ball. Up and in. Jalen Green with 7. Hits the shot in front of Draymond Green.
And then he let him know about it all the way back up the floor.
Green catch and shoot 3. Up and in. Back-to-back threes for Jalen. He's got 10, and we're tied at 33.
10 points for Jalen Green in the second. KJ Martin also chipped in 9, and the Rockets headed the half, trailing only by 5. In the third quarter, it would remain close. It was a back-and-forth battle, 8 lead changes, 5 ties, and some hot shooting from the hometown Hoopers.
Here's Green at the right elbow. As I said that, he's going to knock about 5 in a row in. Golden State going 2-3 zone. Green for a 3-pointer, and the zone buster knocks down the triple. 62-60 Rockets with 4.5 left to go. Kevin Porter straight away. Down the lane. Kick it out left baseline. Garuba for 3. Still shooting 50% from 3-point range is Usman Garuba. And that triple gives the Rockets a 78-77 lead.
The Rockets went 4 for 8 from 3 in the third and headed to the fourth, where unfortunately that's where the Golden State Warriors, remember that they were the reigning NBA champions and they pulled away from your Rockets. Steph Curry and Klay Thompson leading the way. Who else? 11 points and 10 points respectively in the fourth quarter alone. The Rockets just 2 of 11 from 3. The Warriors getting up by as much as 16, and the Dubs would go on to win this one, 121-108. Rockets, like I said, only 2 of 11 from 3. A miracle. They scored 28 points somehow in the fourth quarter, but they could not stop the hot shooting of the Golden State Warriors, who played very well and were able to get the 121-108 victory over your Houston Rockets and sweep the season series, beating them all 4 times. Steph Curry and Klay Thompson, who else leading the way for the Warriors? They had 30 and 29 points respectively. They didn't shoot great from 3. Klay was 5 of 13. That's pretty good. Steph Curry, 5 of 15. That's not good for his standards, at least. You also got 17 points from Jonathan Kuminga off the bench. Draymond Green played well, filling up the stat sheet as he always does. 8 points, 7 rebounds, 8 assists as well. And some high praise for the Rockets, which we'll get to in our second segment here on the Rockets Launchpad. On the Rockets side, 21 points by Tari Eason led the way as he also had 12 rebounds. Always plays hard with energy and force and getting better at finishing in the around the basket. and on a fast break. So that's good to see some improvement for him there. Jalen Green played okay, 20 points on 19 shots. Not the most efficient scoring night of the evening. Only got to the free throw line 3 times, but he was a perfect 3 of 3. Kevin Porter Jr. with a poor shooting night. He had 17 points, but was just 4 of 15 from the field. Also just had 5 assists to go against 5 turnovers. You always want that ratio to be better for Kevin Porter Jr. Overall, the Rockets just making 10 of their 36 three-point attempts for just 28% overall, despite the hot shooting in the third. Very cold shooting everywhere else, including that fourth quarter. Rockets with 18 turnovers, 26 points given up off of those. And this might be the first time that I remember, at least in a while, that the other team out-turnovered them. 20 turnovers, 25 points off of those for the Golden State Warriors. That was one of the reasons the Rockets were able to stay in it. But the cold shooting in the fourth spelled their doom as they were not able to get the win, and the Warriors turned it up offensively. Let's go ahead and get you some post-game audio from Fred Haas Toyota World, presented to you by Fred Haas Toyota World, starting with Coach Silas. He's talked to the media about a number of things about this one, and of course, the Warriors turning it up in the fourth.
A little bit. I mean, that's what I expected for sure. But I was concerned about our energy that we would have for the fourth quarter because guys had played so many minutes 2 nights in a row. So I guess it was kind of a combination of both them putting their foot on the gas pedal and us trying to find gas for the end of the game. We fought. We really did fight.
Overall, the Warriors shot 50% from the field, 35% from 3. Well, to the standard of the Rockets defense, not a disaster, but certainly not ideal on either of those numbers. And of course, the Warriors, one of the hardest teams in the world to defend because of all the ball and player movement. Here's what Coach Silas had to say about the Warriors and the difficulty the Rockets had defending their offense.
Yeah. I mean, it's hard to be solid on all that stuff. You watch other teams and they make mistakes too, and they get slips to the rim and layups and whatnot. So you're not going to be perfect with it, but overall, I thought we did a good job with it. Our issue in the first half was transition. They had 20 fast break points in the first half, and that was 20 of their 55 in the first half were in transition. That's, they're hard enough to guard as it is. So if we're going to give them easy buckets in transition, then we can't even get to that stuff you're talking about, the switching and the coming together and the communication and the low man and everything that it involves to defend the way that they play, which is different than everybody else in the league. And doing it on a back-to-back, I thought we did a pretty good job of it.
Well, that game is now in the books, and the Rockets look ahead. And, well, unfortunately, the road does not get any easier. That was a 6-game homestand the Rockets enjoyed, the final remaining of the season. Coming up now, they are embarking on a 5-game road trip, 2 games in Memphis, who, of course, very good. The Cleveland Cavaliers, Eastern Conference contenders, same thing for the New York Knicks and the Brooklyn Nets. So a tough road trip starting for the Houston Rockets before being home for 3 and then on the road for 2 to close out the remainder of the 2022-2023 campaign. All starts tonight in Memphis, and we'll get you some more information on that one as we go along. It is now time for a break here on the Rockets Launch Pad. When we come back, as I'd mentioned, some high praise from Draymond Green on the growth of the Houston Rockets. We'll also hear some more from Coach Silas on the growth of the Rockets as we go along, getting you ready for the Rockets and the Grizzlies. 7 o'clock tip right here on Sports Talk 790, your home for your Houston Rockets.
During the final days of Truck Month at Fred Haas Toyota World, get a $1 extended warranty when you buy a new 2023 Tundra. A $1 extended warranty only at Fred Haas Toyota World. Excludes TTI $150 dealer fee valid 3/20 through 3/31/2023 on new 2023 Tundras. See dealer for details.
When you need full court savings and an all-star selection, you've got to get to Specs Wines, Spirits, and Finer Foods. Because when the sneakers start squeaking, you don't want to be sitting on the bench. Fill your bracket and satisfy your cravings with a stadium-sized selection of craft cakes, seltzers, and gourmet snacks for game days. When you're getting ready for some March basketball, we're ready to get you ready. Because at Specs, the fun starts here.
Lowe's MVP's bonus days are back for pros. Right now, buy a DeWalt 20-volt max power stack battery 2-pack at $199 and get a select DeWalt Bear tool free. Plus, earn 3 times the bonus points on all Metabo HPT tools and products. Shop even more savings and bonus points offers during MVP's bonus days at Lowe's. Bonus points calculated before taxes and fees after applicable discounts, if any, valid 3/20 through 3/31. Subject to change. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. Discount taken at time of purchase. Visit Lowes.com/MVP's bonus points for details.
Time to tell you about a Houston Scrap Metal Recycle Center. This is where you can take all the junk and all the extra things in your garage, in your front yard, in the backyard, and turn it into cash. Stop by their eco-friendly facility on West Montgomery Road. Tell them what you have, load up the vehicle, talk to Victor and his team over there, and they'll take terrific care of you and give you top dollar for all the things, scrap metal, electronics, appliances, junk cars that you don't want anymore. For more details, check out the website right now, HoustonScrapMetal.co. That's HoustonScrapMetal.co.
Is your prostate keeping you from getting a good night's sleep because of frequent trips to the restroom? Dr. Doe and Dr. Newberry of Elate Health understand your struggles and are ready to help. With prostate artery embolism treatment, or PAE, you can experience minimal pain and a quick recovery period, all while being covered by Medicare. Get back to living life comfortably with Elate Health. Call 713-588-3888. Up late? Why wait? Call Elate.
Hey, it's Matt Thomas. Do you use performance enhancers for the gym or to grow your hair? How about using something to performance enhance your life in the bedroom? Better, more satisfying sex with Blue Chew. It's a unique online service that delivers the same active ingredients as Viagra and Cialis, but in chewable form at a fraction of the cost. All you have to do is go to BlueChew.com, consult with one of their licensed medical providers, and once you're approved, you'll receive your prescription within days. And the best part is, it's all done online. Try Blue Chew free when you use my promo code MATT at checkout. Just pay $5 shipping. That's BlueChew.com, promo code MATT to receive your first month free. Blue Chew's licensed medical providers work with you to find the right ingredients and strength for your prescription. And if you don't like swallowing pills, no problem, the tablets are chewable. They're made in the USA, they prepare and ship directly, so it's cheaper than a pharmacy. Remember, try BlueChew.com for free when you use the promo code MATT at checkout. You'll pay $5 shipping. That's BlueChew.com, promo code MATT to receive your first month free from Blue Chew.
We're at war and we're in recession. It's only a matter of time until cracks start to show. And do you know who will get hit the most? You. That's why you need to protect yourself and your family, because things will get worse. Fortunately, Noble Gold Investments is here to help you. You've worked too hard to build up your savings and investments to see it all crushed to bits. And this month, they're giving away a beautiful Gold Eagle bullion coin with every qualifying IRA of $50,000 or higher. Stop worrying. Visit NobleGoldInvestments.com. That's NobleGoldInvestments.com.
There's a steal by Eason. One man to beat. Layup attempt. Make it a dunk. Right in front of Klay Thompson. He gets the deuce on the finish. And a timeout to Golden State.
Welcome back to the Rockets Launchpad here on Sports Talk 790. Ross Villarreal with you. And nice highlight there from Tari Eason, who did lead the Rockets in scoring and has been playing very well as of late off the bench. 21 points, a career high for him. Also had 12 rebounds against Golden State, his 7th double-double on the season, and his 2nd with 20-plus points and 10-plus boards. And he also had 4 steals against the Warriors. The first Rocket with at least 20 points, 10 rebounds, and 4 steals in a game since Steve Francis in 99-2000. So there you go. Love Tari Eason and his game. He's been a big part of where the Rockets have been improving, even though the wins haven't been coming. More on that from Draymond Green in a second. But first and foremost, Tari Eason, always playing with energy, always playing with force, and can always try and make the right plays, gets on the floor, tries to get rebounds and loose balls in the right place at the right time. Love the way that he has that dog in him, living up to that number 17 that used to be worn by Mario Elie, the Junkyard Dog, and then PJ Tucker after him. So following in their footsteps, Tari Eason has been improving. Here's what Coach Silas had to say about him after the game on Monday.
Tari just makes plays. He just makes plays. I mean, he'll get a loose ball. He'll make a three every once in a while. He'll crash and get an offensive rebound. He'll get a steal that nobody thought he would get. he makes a mistake every once in a while, but sometimes his mistakes are just like, I'm in the wrong spot and I ended up with the steal. So, his progress this season has been really, really steady, I'd say. And he's one of the guys that, for the most part, you can kind of count on him as far as him being consistent on a nightly basis.
Overall in the season, Tari Eason averaging 9.2 points per game, also 6 rebounds, 1 assist, 1.2 steals, and 0.6 blocks, shooting 35% from 3. That's reliable and, unfortunately, quite frankly, one of the best numbers on the Rockets team, which isn't saying much because they are the worst three-point shooting team in the NBA, but still close to around league average for a rookie, hoping for some improvement as he goes along. So some good stuff there. Also shooting 46% from the field on the season in 72 games, 5 of them starting, the rest off of the bench for the young rookie out of LSU, who I don't know if he's going to develop into a superstar, but I think he's developing into a very good player and improving all the time. And somebody else who plays with energy and force, and maybe not energy always exacted in the right place, Draymond Green, 4-time NBA champion, was asked a number of questions about the Rockets and the state of their rebuild in the postgame against the Warriors as well. Here's what he had to say about seeing some improvement about the Rockets and praising the Rockets coaching staff and the way that they're developing their young talent.
I think they're doing a pretty good job. Like you can hear the conversation. I was listening to a conversation today between Tari and I think KJ. And like the things that they're saying, you're listening to them and like they're trying to figure it out. I was very intrigued by the conversation because like, he's like, oh, but if, I could have scrammed him out, but the guy was low and he's like, yeah, well, if you can get over there. And like the whole conversation, I thought it was very interesting to hear two one rookie and KJ is in his second or third year, to hear them talking through things like that. They're well coached because what they're working through is actually the right thing to do. Like you got a small guard stuck on the big. He's talking about kicking him out and getting him to the weak side. And we actually got fouled on that play. So his thinking was right. He was trying to figure out how to get to it. And so just to hear that conversation, the coaching staff is doing a good job and it feels like they're listening. And that'll be key to the direction their careers will go.
How do they compare to that's all that early in the season?
They're a lot better. Jabari's playing so much better. He's shooting it better, but he's just way more aggressive. He's attacking the offensive rebounds every play. They seem to be taking better shots, and so I think they're moving in the right direction. It doesn't necessarily show up in their record, but you even look at the last week or so, they've won some games over the last week or two. And not against easy teams, so I think they're moving in the right direction. And, it'll be interesting to see. There's so much young talent. It'll be interesting to see how it pans out, but I think they're guys that'll have good careers.
Very interesting stuff there from Draymond Green. I mean, just simply asked about the Rockets and his thoughts on the team and just launching into a soliloquy about some conversations had between KJ Martin and Tari Eason, where they're trying to figure out things defensively, and that relaying the message to Draymond Green that the coaching staff is doing the good things with them, trying to get them in the right places and having them reading what the Golden State Warriors are doing and playing well defensively and more cohesively. And something that I've been thinking about this entire season is that Stephen Silas, yes, the results have not been good, but I think he is a smart coach that knows basketball. Same thing for Lionel Hollins, of course, who now playing Memphis in back-to-back games. There's been a lot of reflection about him and the grit and grind Memphis Grizzlies and how well they played defensively. He's effectively the defensive coordinator for the Houston Rockets, and there is just so much young talent on this team where at any point, anything can go haywire with a first or second or third year player, and much more than it would with a veteran. Even if you have a 10, 12-year veteran, or even a 15-year veteran like DJ Augustine, who's now signed on to the Houston Rockets, they're going to make mistakes. They're going to make bad rotations. They're going to have communication issues, but much more so for young players. But good to hear Draymond Green talking about the Rockets, young players talking it out, trying to figure it out, trying to improve, and Draymond being impressed with the conversation that the Houston Rockets young players in KJ Martin and Tari Eason were having. And also some praise for him on Jabari Smith Jr., who we know has been improving later on in the season. He has those games, that stretch of 3 games where he was scoring 20-plus points and having 10-plus rebounds, the youngest player in NBA history to do so. And there are, of course, some Rockets fans and others calling him a bust. And you have to remember, the guy's not yet 20 years old. He is still a teenager, still learning and still improving, and he is going to get better. I don't know what his ceiling is, if he's going to live up to a number 3 pick or be an all-star or anything like that, but he has been playing much better as of late. He had those 3 games with 20-plus and 10-plus, and then last game against the Golden State Warriors, 17 points on 7 of 15 shooting. He also had 11 rebounds, and just like Draymond said, more aggressive, more confident in his offensive game has been Jabari Smith Jr., and it has been nice to see, to be sure. And with that, let's get your final particulars of this one as the Rockets take on the Memphis Grizzlies. Rockets Radio Network next up. Matt Thomas going to do a great job on the call coming up at 7 o'clock from the FedEx Forum, starting with your Kelsey Seibold Clinic injury report. Zaire Williams out for the Memphis Grizzlies. Vince Williams Jr. also out. Ja Morant listed as available for the Grizz, and also listed as with a nasal fracture / face mask. Okay, well, also he's back off of suspension as well. Brandon Clark is out with his left Achilles tear. Dylan Brooks is out. He got his 18th technical foul, suspended for 1 game again, so he will miss this one. Steven Adams out with a right knee PCL sprain. On the Rockets side, Jayshawn Tate is out with left knee soreness. Everybody else healthy and available for your Houston Rockets. And that brings us to tonight's starting lineups. For your Houston Rockets, it's going to be the 2-guard tandem that you are used to at this point. It is Kevin Porter Jr. and it is Jalen Green. You have Alperen Sengun as the big man in the middle, missing 2 of the past 5 games due to injury / illness, is going to start in the lineup tonight, starting the past 62 games after starting just 13 as a rookie in last year's campaign. Jabari Smith Jr., 4 double-doubles over the past 7 games, playing very well for your Houston Rockets. And then KJ Martin rounding out the starting 5 for your squad. 5 of 12 from the floor versus Golden State, but he was 50% or better in each of the 13 games prior, averaging 15.5 points per game during that stretch. Rockets going to need him, which brings us to our keys to a victory. Let's go ahead and start with perimeter defense on Ja Morant. Everybody's going to need to collapse help. And when you are collapsing, Ja Morant's going to look for an outlet to the corners for 3-point shots, play the passing lanes, get active, get deflections, do your best that you can to disrupt Ja Morant, because it is going to be difficult to stop him. You know he's going to want to make a statement coming back off of that suspension. And then on the Rocket side, take care of the ball. Mentioned it earlier, Kevin Porter Jr. with 5 assists and just 5 turnovers. The ratio has been much improved since he's come back from that foot injury, but something the Rockets need to keep in line if they're going to be able to win tonight against the Memphis Grizzlies. And that is going to do it for the Rockets Launchpad. My name is Ross Villarreal, reminding you after the game, win or lose, I'll be with you here for the Rockets Wrap Call-In Show. But now it's time for the Rockets Radio Network and Rockets and Grizzlies 7 p.m. tip right here on Sports Talk 790.
Hey, it's Matt Thomas with a reminder for all of you small businesses that the ERC is available for you. You're saying, what is ERC? It's Employment Retention Credit. And GetRefunds.com can help you get started, and they can do it for you in less than 8 minutes. To see if your business qualifies for ERC assistance, go to GetRefunds.com. Your business may be eligible for a payroll tax refund of up to $26,000 per employee kept on payroll during 2019. Does GetRefunds.com work? Sure does. They've helped clients claim over $3 billion in payroll tax through the ERC, but don't wait because it won't last forever. In fact, the folks at GetRefunds.com won't even get paid until your business gets paid. So for more information, go to GetRefunds.com. That's GetRefunds.com. Even if you're worried about incomplete or outdated information, GetRefunds.com can do all the heavy lifting and get you that ERC you deserve. To get your chance to receive some employment retention credit It's getrefunds.com.
Hi, guys. It's Mark with Silverleaf Medical Clinic. Are you struggling with erectile dysfunction and sick of the pills? Well, we have a major medical advancement that has helped thousands of men. Our wave technology is backed by 60 clinical studies, including from Cambridge University. It's been shown to increase blood flow by repairing blood vessels. No pills and no side effects. If you're ready to put a stop to your ED, call us now. And not only will the assessment and blood flow ultrasound be free, but will also include something unique that produces powerful results in the bedroom. You're going to love that one, guys. Trust me. This unprecedented offer is worth $600, but it's free to those who call in the next 2 minutes. Call 713-843-7000. That's 713-843-7000. Guys, put a stop to your erectile dysfunction and get your life back. Call Silverleaf Medical Clinic now to qualify. 713-843-7000.
Jackson Brown in concert in Sugarland.
I keep thinking I'll find
performing songs spanning the length of his career.
and we'll put our dark glasses on and we'll make love until our strength.
Jackson Brown at Smart Financial Center at Sugarland, Friday, July 21st. Get tickets this Friday at 10 a.m. at livenation.com.
For the sky.
TAC LA 3981E. Say, Mr. Morrow.
Say there, fella.
How's a company like yours get so amazing at cooling and heating?
Well, let me tell you, Morrow Mechanical has been serving up silver platter service for decades.
Silver platter service?
That's the kind where you show up on time, give a friendly handshake, and maybe share a piece of pie.
Amazing!
Waiting went out of style with the horse and buggy, so we send out the Morrow signal, a full 2-hour heads up before we show up.
Amazing!
We examine your system with the precision of an atomic scientist to tell you exactly what's wrong.
Amazing!
That's what we want everybody to say when we're done working. Morrow Cooling and Heating is amazing. We're here for you 7 to 7, 6 days a week, and we'll be on your doorstep faster than a rocket to the moon.
Mr. Morrow, let me shake your hand.
Amazing Morrow service from Morrow Mechanical. Schedule now at AmazingMorrow.com.
Rocket! The Houston Rockets!
Welcome aboard. Young talent, the young core. They want to be the best.
The Rockets!
I'm excited.
We're all Rocket fans.
Super competitive.
The two-hand finish.
Oh, yeah.
Nothing but
This is my town. This is Houston Rockets basketball.
We're a young and up-and-coming team.
It's not going to be an easy night coming in here playing against the Rockets.
Wow!
Welcome to Rockets Countdown.
Down to 5. Down to 4.
We're going to be ready to play.
Another deep three-pointer. Good gracious!
Rockets Countdown, the official pregame show of the Houston Rockets. Brought to you by Corona. This season, when your Rockets are dropping dimes, you should be dropping limes. In a bottle, can, or draft. Lime in with Corona. Find your beach.
The crowd is on their feet. Get ready for Rockets basketball.
Let them play.
Now,
I'm just ready to get out there and play.
now getting you ready for tip-off.
I think the team can take off.
Here's Adam Clancy.
What's up, Rockets fans? A very good Wednesday evening to each and every one of you out there listening along the Rockets Radio Network. My name is Adam Clanton. Welcome in to Rockets Countdown. We are coming to you live from our palatial iHeart Houston studios in the heart of the Galleria, home of the flagship for your Rockets Sports Talk 790 tonight. Game number 73 of the 82-game grind for your hometown Hoopers as they play the first of 2 straight in Memphis. And we'll have more on the Grizzlies in just a moment. But Monday night back here in Houston, the team is looking to go 4-2 on its 6-game homestand in the finale versus Golden State, having split 2 straight games versus the Pelicans prior, and a tight contest throughout had the game there for anyone's taking as the Rockets trailed the Warriors just 84-80 entering the 4th and final period. But Klay Thompson and company taking advantage of turnover after turnover by Houston, get enough timely shots, and ultimately walked away with a 121-108 victory to drop the Rockets to 18-54 on the year. Head coach Steven Silas with some of his thoughts afterward.
I was concerned about our energy that we would have for the fourth quarter because guys had played so many minutes 2 nights in a row. So I guess it was kind of a combination of both them putting their foot on the gas pedal and us just trying to find gas for the end of the game. We really did fight. So that's good recall and learning from the last time and learning from experience to do a better job this time. Obviously, we were switching a ton, and we were trying to switch up and take his jumper away. And him going 5 for 13, Steph going 5 for 15. I mean, they're going to make some, but overall, I think we did a pretty good job.
As for the 44-27 Grizzlies, they come in having won 3 straight, including a 112-108 decision versus Dallas on Monday. Jaren Jackson Jr. scored 28 in the contest, which was Ja Morant's first game back with the team after an 8-game league suspension. Morant, of course, is slated to play in his first action since that suspension here tonight and spoke on his time away yesterday.
Obviously, super excited to be back with my teammates. That's, the main thing right now. So right now for me, it's just, keeping the main thing and continuing to, go through my process of, becoming, a better me. I feel like, if I do that, not only will it help me, but it'll help, everybody around me as well.
Coming up, we'll hear more from your Rockets. We'll take a peek at the NBA scoreboard and we'll look back at the team's previous outing as Rockets Countdown continues. We step aside now for a quick break and a word from your local station.
At the Palm, our philosophy is simple. Treat guests like family, serve great food, and always exceed expectations. Celebrate milestones with family, catch up with old friends, or meet new ones over our famous Nova Scotia jumbo lobsters, quality cuts of beef, and classic Italian favorites, all while indulging in a robust Italian wine selection. Embrace generations of Italian tradition at any of our Palm locations nationwide. Reserve your table today at thepalm.com.
Todd thought it would be secure to jog in the cheetah savanna. Todd believed the big cat repellent he bought online was reliable. And now Todd is trying to be faster than this cheetah that can run 80 miles per hour. But the good news is Todd has AT&T 5G that is fast, reliable, and secure. And he learned the best thing to do is stop running and toss her the backpack with the beef stew. AT&T 5G. Fast, reliable, secure.
5G requires compatible plan and device. 5G may not be available in your area. See att.com/5G for you for details.
What does optimism look like? It looks like the ball floating through the air, backboard lit up in red, the entire arena holding its breath. You're down 2, but you took the 3. Some fans can't bear to look, but missing never crossed your mind. You knew it was going in the moment it left your hands. Taking the shot looks crazy sometimes, but it isn't. It's just different. And sometimes that's just the difference you need. Frost, the official bank of relentless optimism and proud partner of the Houston Rockets.
Hi, Jan from Toyota speaking.
Jan, I heard it's a good time to buy a Toyota.
Sure is. From now until April 4th, you can shop all your favorites like Corolla, RAV4, Sequoia, and more. Imagine yourself in a new Tundra where
you stop by the home improvement store and finally build that tree house you promised your daughter.
Sarah? When did you hop on the call?
Hi, Dad. Mom said you were taking too long on the phone.
Toyota, let's go places. See your participating Toyota dealer for details. Dealer inventory may vary.
Adam Clanton back with you here on Rockets Countdown, brought to you by Corona. Tonight's money matchup brought to you by Credit Karma, proud partner of the Houston Rockets in the ultimate matchup for your money goals. Tonight, it's going to be Kevin Porter Jr. going up against the returning Ja Morant. Morant obviously electric on the floor, but it's been his antics away from the court that landed him in hot water and got him an 8-game suspension and into counseling. But when he's right, there are few better in today's NBA as he averages better than 27 points, 6 rebounds, and over 8 assists per game. KPJ still managing the pain from that toe injury that kept him out of so many contests earlier this season. So he's going to have his hands full squaring off against Morant tonight here in this one. Plenty more coming up here on Rockets Countdown, but now a quick timeout and a word from your local station.
Here at T-Shirt Plus, we are known for our commitment to providing the highest quality embroidered screen printed apparel and promotional products at the most competitive prices. Our custom designed products are perfect for any business, club, promotion, or team. Our T-Shirts Plus team will make you and your logo stand out. Let our business help promote yours at T-Shirts Plus. Give us a call at 936-756-7587. Visit us online or stop by our Conroe location. T-Shirts Plus is a proud sponsor of the Houston Rockets.
Hi, Jan from Toyota speaking.
Jan, I heard it's a good time to buy a Toyota.
Sure is. From now until April 4th, you can shop all your favorites like Corolla, RAV4, Sequoia, and more. Imagine yourself in a new Tundra where
You stopped by the home improvement store and finally built that tree house you promised your daughter.
Sarah? When did you hop on the call?
Hi, Dad. Mom said you were taking too long on the phone.
Toyota, let's go places. See your participating Toyota dealer for details. Dealer inventory may vary.
Fun and adventure at 3 great parks all year long. Downtown Aquarium, Kima Boardwalk, and Galveston Island Pleasure Pier offer thrill rides, games, food, and fun for everyone. Whether you're experiencing the thrills on our roller coasters, taking a journey through exhibits, dining at waterfront restaurants, or soaking up the sun at weekend festivals, there's something for everyone. So come have fun at the Downtown Aquarium, Kima Boardwalk, and Galveston Island Pleasure Pier. Adventure destinations the whole family will love. Buy weekend adventure passes and tickets online now.
Jeremy Branham with Gentle Ben Spirits, joined by Ricky Ford, founder, owner of Gentle Ben Spirits. And Ricky, we know we can find it at the Total Y. We can find it at Specs, the Diamond Seats at Astro Games. What are a few of the other places you can find Gentle Ben Vodka and Gin?
Well, you can find it at Potter's, Longhorn Liquor, SRO, Pearland Fine Wine and Spirits, Broadway Liquor, and a slew of other stores scattered throughout Houston.
You can find Gentle Ben in whatever neighborhood you're in. Gentle Ben, the union of tradition and invention.
Adam Clanton back with you here on Rockets Countdown, brought to you as always by Corona. This season, the Rockets have teamed up with Tito's Handmade Vodka to support Assists for a Cause. For every assist made by the Rockets on the court, Tito's will donate $10 to the Clutch City Foundation to help make a difference in the lives of those less fortunate through education, grassroots basketball, and through community outreach. With a combined total of 1,568 assists, including 14 in their last outing, the Rockets and Tito's have helped to generate $15,680 already. Tito's Handmade Vodka, turning spirits into love and goodness. Time now to hear more from your Rockets. And for that, we'll go back to head coach Steven Silas, who spoke on how much progress rookie Tari Eason has made as he heads into the final handful of games in his maiden voyage, and how much this Rockets team has benefited from him being out on the floor.
Tari just makes plays. He just makes plays. I mean, he'll get a loose ball. He'll make a three every once in a while. He'll crash and get an offensive rebound. He'll get a steal that nobody thought he would get. He makes a mistake every once in a while, but sometimes his mistakes are just like, I'm in the wrong spot and I ended up with the steal. So, his progress this season has been really, really steady, I'd say. And he's one of the guys that, for the most part, you can kind of count on him as far as him being consistent on a nightly basis.
We'll take another break and come right back. And when we do, our conversation tonight with Rockets head coach Steven Silas will be next. This is Houston Rockets basketball.
Hi, this is Drew Barrymore. Do you know what my idea of the perfect night is? First, make a bunch of complicated plans, and then cancel all those plans. Instead, spend the night streaming movies and TV shows on Pluto TV for free, including my show. There are tons of live channels and even more on demand. Free to stream all you want on Pluto TV and never pay a thing. Stream now, pay never. Pluto TV.
Looking for a little Vegas-style fun? Whether you're going with a group or a romantic trip for two, take a short 2-hour drive to Golden Nugget Lake Charles for the ultimate casino resort experience. Savor your favorite Landry's restaurants, catch an A-list concert, or check out the all-new DraftKings Sportsbook, the largest in Louisiana. Golden Nugget Lake Charles offers endless entertainment for everyone. Visit goldennugget.com/Lake Charles to book your getaway today. Gambling problem? Please call 877-770-STOP.
When I'm looking to get in on some action, DraftKings, the official daily fantasy partner of the Houston Rockets, is always giving me a shot to win big with their daily fantasy contest. Download the DraftKings app now and use promo code ROCKETS. This week, new customers can get a free shot at a share of millions in total prizes with your first deposit. Only at DraftKings with code ROCKETS. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Minimum $5 deposit required. Eligibility restrictions apply. Void where prohibited. See DraftKings.com for details.
Hi, I'm Tito Beverage, founder and master distiller at Tito's Handmade Vodka. When I got into this business, I used to make flavored vodka infusions for my friends as gifts. When I started to make a go of it, the owner of a local liquor store showed me the dust on some flavored vodka bottles that sat on the shelves. He said, if you can make a straight vodka so smooth that you could drink it just by itself, then you'd really have something. So I did. And now all these years later, we still only make one flavor, vodka flavored vodka. 80 proof Tito's Handmade Vodka, distilled and bottled in Austin, Texas. Tito'sVodka.com.
We're in the Coach's Corner tonight for the Rockets and the Memphis Grizzlies, the first of two here in the Mid-South. Matt Thomas and Steven Sadas with us. As we go to that Golden State game, honestly, Coach, not a real great ebb and flow. It was real hard for the crowd to get involved. You guys, a couple leads back and forth. What was it like coaching a game that, frankly, featured a lot of turnovers on both sides?
Yeah, it wasn't great, to be honest. We were trying real hard, but with it being a back-to-back for us and them having, a day off, and it just wasn't an even game. We did a good job on the defensive end as far as trying our best to limit Steph and Clay. And after what Clay did to us the game before with 12 threes, limiting him to 5 threes was a good job for us. But like you said, it just didn't have a good flow to the game. We couldn't really get it going offensively. As soon as we would get to like 7 points where we needed a stop or we needed a bucket, we just couldn't get over the top. Just one of those games.
I will say this, for a team that's probably the best passing team maybe in the history of the NBA, you guys have double digits in steals.
Yeah, I mean, they were turning it over quite a bit, and Steve Kerr was calling the timeout right away after those turnovers. But we were able to get in the passing lanes. We were on our game plan for the most part, able to get into their split games and make it a little bit tougher on them. And then we translated those steals into fast break points, which are always good for us.
What was it like for Jabari to go against an atypical big lineup? I mean, look, Kevon Looney can move around a little bit. Draymond can play the 5, but it was where he actually had the size advantage.
Yeah, that's different. I think you saw him get a couple offensive rebounds and dunk them back. And that's like that's a step for him as far as his strength and his athleticism that he probably didn't have earlier in the season. And we were trying to get him on the perimeter a little bit more against those bigger guys, and he would either shot fake and go or shoot his threes. So he's finding his way as far as who he's playing against and how he needs to play against those guys.
Before we get to the return of John Morant, let's get to Memphis in this respect that they lead the league in paint points. You guys have led the league in paint points since the All-Star break. So is it a low post game tonight?
I don't know if it's a low post game, but the last time we played them, they doubled Alpi every time he touched it. So that could be the case again. We have to make sure that we're organized against that. But yeah, we're number 1 in the league in offensive rebounds. They're number 2. They're a great point team. We're a great point team as well. So it's going to be a contrast of who can get the most paint points, but I think the 3-ball might be the separator, and we need to make some of those.
The reality is we know how great John Morant is. He's going to come off the bench with them tonight. They are really good with Tyus Jones running things. He just distributes beautifully, doesn't turn the ball over. It's good to have a smart point guard. That's part of the reason why they're so good.
Yeah, he has really, really improved. I don't know what year this is for him, maybe 4 or 5, but he has gotten better every single year. And when Ja has been out, like last season and then this season, they haven't really dropped off very much. He's solid. He gets into the paint and shoots his floater. His three-point shot has improved. He gets the team organized. He's just like a solid point guard, and they have guys around him who he can make better. So, yeah, it's not too much of a fall off when he's on the floor, and then to have Ja coming off the bench being as dynamic as he is, we're going to have our hands full tonight.
All right, that's Coach Salas getting you ready for the Rockets and the Grizzlies next as you listen to Houston Rockets basketball.
Hi, Jan from Toyota speaking.
Jan, I heard it's a good time to buy a Toyota.
Sure is. From now until April 4th, you can shop all your favorites like Corolla, RAV4, Sequoia, and more. Imagine yourself in a new Tundra where
You stopped by the home improvement store and finally built that tree house you promised your daughter.
Sarah? When did you hop on the call?
Hi, Dad. Mom said you were taking too long on the phone.
Toyota, let's go places. See your participating Toyota dealer for details. Dealer inventory may vary.
Hey, Houston Rockets fans, Houston Rockets play, you win. Get 30% off your menu price order from Pizza Hut day after the Rockets game. Order online at pizzahut.com. Must enter code PQ. That code again is PQ. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
You are at the heart of everything we do at Memorial Hermann. Customizing heart treatments, like repairing aortic aneurysms without open heart surgery, and using new treatments to reduce the risk of stroke from heart arrhythmia without relying on blood thinners. Our teams work together and share expertise, all to give you the best possible outcome. This is innovative heart care, and it's designed for you. Memorial Hermann, advancing health, personalizing care.
Todd thought it would be secure to jog in the cheetah savanna. Todd believed the big cat repellent he bought online was reliable. And now Todd is trying to be faster than this cheetah that can run 80 miles per hour. But the good news is Todd has AT&T 5G that is fast, reliable, and secure. And he learned the best thing to do is stop running and toss her the backpack with the beef stew. AT&T 5G. Fast, reliable, secure.
5G requires compatible plan and device. 5G may not be available in your area. See att.com/5G for you for details.
Hey, Houston Rockets fans, Houston Rockets